Hello, so today I got a Chuwi Larkbox X mini PC, and today I wanted to make a review slash user experience and stuff like that. Okay, so let's begin with opening the package. So inside we have the mini PC itself, a lot of fancy papers that we don't need, with some manuals, and yeah, and a power cord. We'll take a look at it later. The mini PC itself, here it is. So from the outside it's like this, not much to see. Anyways, it has two USB ports, a Type-C, a audio jack, two USBs in the back, two Ethernets, an HDMI, and a display port. The Ethernets are one gig and the second one 2.5 gigs. And here we have a brief comparison with the BMax. In difference with the BMax, you can't install a hard disk drive in this mini PC, even if you take it apart. Also, it has you can't open it without losing warranty. So yeah, if you have to change the thermal paste later, well, I think the warranty is only 1 year. Anyways, here we have the power cord. The difference between the BMax and the Chuwi power cord is that the BMax is 24 watts and the Chuwi one is 36. Well, that's justified by the difference in CPUs. The BMax has a N5095 and the Chuwi one has a N100. So, let's go to the first setup. So, let me plug in the cables and power it on. We have a Chuwi.com logo. So, all about this mini PC is hilarious. Let's begin with the OS that came pre-installed. We are currently logging into administrator. Why? Well, because they forgot to enable the out-of-the-box experience, OOBE. You can see now on my desktop the application that's used to enable this OOBE. But they forgot to click OK. What seems they had done is just powering off the mini PC and not starting the program. So yeah, that's a good beginning. We can check what this thing can do. I don't know, it has some audit thing. Here in the administrator folder, it's just the user folder. We have some Chinese. Oh yeah, that's the in this way, folder, you set the applications that you want to start by themselves. Maybe it's something with the OBE. Maybe it's just to, I don't know, because this mini PC doesn't have any OEM apps pre-installed, so I don't really know why the hell they used there is this notepad file, because as you can see the folder is empty and all the other things show us that it's just a regular Windows install. By the way, sadly this mini PC comes with Windows 11 Home, not Windows 11 Pro like the BMax did. So yeah, in the end, there is nothing more to see. Windows isn't activated, but later it will be fixed. It's just that it has no internet. Yeah, it doesn't have a valid. I don't know if it's. I think in my case it ended up fixing itself because I reinstalled Windows. Oh no, yeah, that's all. You just had to troubleshoot. Maybe it's because it didn't have internet for long. Anyways, there is nothing much to see more out of this install. So I decided to reinstall Windows because, well, I don't know, I don't trust this copy of Windows. So yeah, let's reinstall it. Right now we can see what disappointment of the BIOS is what we got. We have only in main, we don't have anything. Well, if we scroll down we can change the date. That's not much. Next we have a security tab that only has like administrator and user password like all the BIOSes, and to enable or disable the secure boot. So we don't have no advanced menu, no anything. It's very empty for a BIOS. See, a password and security boot, that's all. Secure boot, I meant. Anyways, on a Chuwi forum I've read that if you use the UEFI firmware settings thing in this like Windows recovery mode, you could unlock the advanced menu. In my case it didn't happen. What a disappointment. Well, I guess it's only for some models. I don't know. Chuwi has always had some issues with building BIOSes, because on my Chuwi laptop I have a fully unlocked BIOS with features that in theory wouldn't come with this laptop, never. Also we can see that this SSD seems to be an NVMe, in difference with whatever was in the BMax, but it doesn't make a difference if you had to like unscrew a lot of stuff to change it. The BMax at least had a easier way to change it. We have some also menu there. I briefly showed it. It's auto power on, wake on LAN, and RTC wake. Auto power on is to power on the PC when some kind of electricity comes in. The RTC wake is to turn on the PC in some adjusted time. So for example 7 AM to turn it on. And wake on LAN, it's for, well, wake on LAN, enable start the PC by sending a command in Windows. Anyways, what I did is directly go to the Windows reinstall. In difference with the BMax also, this mini PC doesn't offer any recovery thing like the BMax did, although there is a recovery partition, but it's the default Windows recovery. It's not much. So in general I don't think there is a problem with deleting all the partitions. So I don't see any sense on making you the viewer wait. Let's skip to the Windows. After reinstalling Windows, well, this time I have like no apps at all in the start menu. Although for some reason settings is on the right and not in the left. Also you can see that the colors are different, but it's not because I changed them in the video editor. It's because without drivers all these mini PCs become a mess of colors on the screen. So let's install the drivers. So what I did first is to install the Windows updates, and later also you can see that I have no Wi-Fi. So good luck using this mini PC, well, reinstalling Windows, and if you don't have any cable, Ethernet cable or Ethernet connection at your home, so maybe you'll have issues. Anyways, let's skip a little bit. So, you may already know this utility. I showed it in my BMax mini PC video. It's a Intel driver assistant, well, the default Intel drivers, and also the driver booster by IObit. There is a lot of utilities like the driver booster. In this case, in difference with the BMax again, I'm all the video almost comparing it to the BMax. An issue with Chuwi is that they don't share their drivers. They don't have any like websites to download the drivers. In difference with BMax, the BMax has an official website. So if you reinstall Windows like I did on a Chuwi PC, laptop, whatever they make, you will have driver issues. Before we switch to talking about the performance, let's talk about another issue of this mini PC, one of many at this point. Right now you can see in the device manager that everything's okay, but it's not always okay. There is an issue. To solve it, you need to go to your power plans, go to advanced settings, and then disable USB selective suspending, because otherwise you will have USB issues, you will have Bluetooth issues, and maybe even Wi-Fi issues. Oh, the last one I don't know, but I had a lot of issues with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and USB because of this stuff. You may ask me, but why do we have so many issues? Well, it all goes back to the limited BIOS, because I'm pretty sure that it's just like a switch from switching like power saving mode to some default mode or something, because it only happens if you turn off the, well, turn off. Oh yeah, also it may happen when you power off, if you have this fast boot enabled. Not in BIOS, in Windows, quick boot or something like that. You can have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or USB issues, just because there is some switch in BIOS or somewhere else breaking it. So before we take a look at the performance, let's remember that we will have 30 FPS in Genshin Impact. We'll test that. I didn't test GTA 5, but I'm pretty sure it won't get to 50 FPS. Well, maybe if you make the game look like a pixel mess, maybe yes, but you won't get a good playing experience. Also, in the promotional stuff in AliExpress, I found this funny thing. It seems that the promotional images are made for a different model that has an AMD CPU inside, because there are different versions of this Larkbox mini PC, although I didn't find where you can buy the AMD version. So yeah, on the Intel version they show you AMD Vega 10 GPU. Anyways, so what about the FPS claims? Well, yes, you will get 31 FPS, but with a small requirement. You will have to set the graphics on lowest, because if you set the graphics on low, the maximum that you will get is 16 FPS. If you set it to even higher, you will get less than 10. So let's set it to medium. What happens? 12 FPS. Not bad, not bad. It's kinda playable, kinda. So let's make it suffer. High settings. 8 FPS. I want you to remember that this is not captured on the mini PC. I used capturing USB card, so we don't have any at all like performance loss because of the recording. So now I wanted to try to set it to 4K. Well, the only difference is that now fraps is very small and you almost can't see the FPS counter, but by itself the FPS didn't change a lot. It changed a little bit, you have even less FPS now, but yeah. If you change the render resolution, you maybe will get some FPS, but not much. And it's on the lowest set, well, no, not the lowest, on the low setting. So, wait, or is it on lowest right now? It's on lowest. In 4K, you won't get even 30 FPS. So it's on lowest. I thought it was on low. So yeah, you you can get 30 FPS in full HD on the lowest setting. Yeah. And you know, I don't even have to test if GTA 5 runs on this, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Or if it runs, then it at maybe 10 FPS, or you'll have to modify the settings a lot to get like to the lowest renderer quality without any effects or something. So Minecraft runs, that's all what I can say. If you keep it on the like original settings, you will get up to 40 FPS, if not loading something. Maybe up to 60. If you have to load new chunks, you will get as low as 3 too. So if you lower the render distance to the minimum, then you will get 60 FPS. And yeah. So you may think that I'm hating on it because of its performance. No, I'm not hating on it because of the performance. It's more on how it's positioned or how it's sold on the Amazon, on Amazon or on AliExpress. They sell them everywhere. So let's take a look at the promotional material. So this is why I'm hating a lot on it, because they tell you that you will have exceptional graphics performance working on complex visual projects or even streaming. You have this latest 12th gen graphics, the frequency execution units, and this Geekbench score that it's I don't know if it's real, because I mean, we just tested that in Genshin you can get 30 FPS on the lowest settings. So I'm very curious how they got 50 FPS in GTA 5. That's why I don't like it. So yeah, I think that's all for this video. I tested a couple of things, I showed you a couple of things. If you expect to use this mini PC as a office slash a little bit of gaming on like Terraria or Minecraft or any game that doesn't need a lot of performance, then okay, you can game on it a little bit. I mean, you can use the cloud-based services. This mini PC, for some reason, has 2 Ethernet ports. One is 2.5 gig and the other one is just gigabit, but you can use the 2.5 gig and you can get some good performance. Well, I didn't try it, but I'm pretty sure. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you next time.